is said very humbly, but all I'm saying is when we sit here and talk about Teresa and we sit here, I mean, Teresa knows who I am, but okay, we talk about whoever. We are talking about celebrities, people that are in the public eye, people that are just making more money than us, more famous than us. All these bloggers and all this shit whose names I don't know or you don't know, they are talking about us. They are now talking about us as if we are Andy Cohen, as if we are Erica Jane. I'm not trying to sound obnoxious. I'm just saying, let's put this in perspective. We are being talked about by hundreds of thousands of millions of, or whatever the numbers are.
I should have put makeup
that
on.
we don't even know. Right, exactly.
I should
And
have put
so
makeup on for
we
today.
really, I mean, all these people, like someone the other day told me that she was in Nordstrom's in Beverly Hills. And I forgot who told me this. And
No,
she
people like bring up your name. They bring up Behind the Velvet Rope podcast.
Yeah.
They do. I know.
This
and
is
I get people that bring up the Sarah Fraser show. They're like, I was at this place and someone was, I know.
And this is past being canceled. It's past like it's the numbers on this show now that we do are so big and it's so top 10, 15, 20 that it's bigger than 5 people, 100 people getting upset. That's not going to show. I agree with you. Please cancel me because I have my next act planned out. I really do. So, but it's not going to happen. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So I triple down on it for anyone who's concerned I triple down on everything I said. And, you know,
I love you're probably going to go to number 1. That's going to be.
But by the way,
you're dying to launch this other business. I don't know what this other business is, but you know, the more you do this, the more. I mean, before you know, you'll be number 1. You'll be knocking off Jax Taylor.
That's where this is headed. But by the way, I'm also over it. Like I'm also, you know, like I mean, I've interviewed real celebrities since. I've done other shows. You think you know somebody who's coming up on my show? Do not mention it. Remember you said, but
I know.
So there's others. This is like, I'm sorry, this kept people up at night. I didn't give it a second thought. We're talking about it here today. It's our updated message to Miss Melissa Gorga.
All right, we'll move on from this, but I do want to say this, and I didn't mean to cut you off. You finish what you have to say because you're getting a lot of. Okay.
That was it.
All I'm going to say is, I think I genuinely mean this. I don't dislike any of these people. I really don't. I enjoy these reality shows. They're fun to watch. You and I came together for our love of gab and obviously our celebrity entertainment backgrounds and interviewing backgrounds. But it's just fun to talk about them. And I mean, I wish all of them well. I think some people that listen to us sometimes, I mean, it's like they get so invested. It's like, guys, go have a life. I mean,
Sarah, I buy Louis Vuitton. I buy Louis Vuitton and you feed your son because these people are so invested. Thank fucking God. Thank God people are so outraged by us. If you think about it, thank God. Thank you. Thank you.
You're right. Thank you. I just say, like, I think people, people come, oh my God. I mean, it's like they come for us. They're so Melissa and Teresa. All right, guys. At the end of the day, it's a show where they're edited to some degree. And yes, I thank you so much for listening. You're absolutely right. And I've had amazing listeners throughout the year who I adore and new ones that are on board. I'm very grateful. But I don't wish anyone ill intent. We do this because it's just fun to analyze.
But also, I mean, if you wanted me to really share it with thousands and thousands of DMs of people who are like, thank God, David. Because she is everything you said. Like, if you really want to get there of the majority of people that are thrilled, that, hate this woman. Look, she came for me and I had to, listen, you know what it is? I'm just going to be honest. People are going to roll their eyes when I say this. I'm sorry. I have to say it. I say it all the time. It's the truth. You can't look at you. Also, there's some meme online that says never come for a gay man, which I do agree with. Don't come for a lawyer. I said it. It's not just, I can take you out with a few sentences. It's not a fair verbal fight. So I do clap back at people that come for me because not like these stupid comments of the trolls. But if you personally come from me in like a business, which was an interview, I just clap back because I'm so good at it. I'm phenomenal at it. I'm as good as Bethany and Nene. There, I said it. That's how good I am at it. I'm just good at it. I suck at life. Please. This is no ego. I suck. Can I tell you something? That my like door was squeaking today on my back patio, and I had to go to them, and they're like, just put fucking WD-40 in it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you got to fix this for me. So I'm not giving my, I don't cook. I don't drive. I mean, I suck at life. Like, this isn't date, but I'm good at the clapback girl. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, okay. I'm curious since all this fallout happened last week, where do you stand now? Because there's a lot going on. Melissa has now taken RHONJ off of her Instagram bio. There is a report, I don't know how credible, but I kind of believe it, that Teresa and Louis are having marital issues. And he just posted this like picture of her, and he was like, I'm so in love with you, Teresa Giudice, and I love you so much. I mean, then there's a report coming out of the Fudas that Brittany, who is John Fuda's, I don't know, were they married? Or what was the status?
Were they married? And baby mama.
She says Bo Dietl and Louis never investigated her ever when she was in a halfway house. No one ever made contact. No one ever emailed her. Nobody ever showed up. Nobody ever tried to take a photo. So then I'm like, are they lying? Like, is this a coordinated attack to get Teresa off the show? Like, do they want her off? I'm curious, like, what rumors you want to discuss, if you've changed your stance. Because I mean, you have said that Melissa and Joe are gone from the show for a fact.
Well, for a fact, other than the fact that, I mean, I don't like work at the Bravo network. So look, and even if something is a fact right this minute, things change by the millisecond. So this is what I think. Look, let's address Melissa taking RHONJ off her bio. What do I think? Do I think Melissa right now, today, as of the day of recording this podcast, is fired? I don't. Do I think that anyone is no, contracts have definitely not gone out. They still have this big problem. They still are trying to figure out what to do next season. And I don't even think they're sitting around thinking about it. I really think it's similar to Beverly Hills of like, look, this shit isn't calming down. Someone at the other day, it's a new Patreon member. The Patreon numbers are through the roof too, since I called Melissa a few words. And they said, what do you do when the show's not on? I said, listen, this happened last year. Kim and I said, what are we going to do when it's not on? We're going to talk about Beverly Hills. We did. This time we're going to talk about the new RHONJ. There's so much going on with Jersey year round that like Kim and I get this information from people. Like she's on the phone with Dolores every day. I mean, not everything's coming from Dolores. I mean, I speak to my own people, but look, I don't think anyone knows today, but I believe Melissa took it off her bio just in the I think it's telling that Melissa thinks, oh shit, this is not a shoo-in for next season, and let me just take it off now. So, like when, what was it, Tiffany Moon, remember that big thing? And like every time and then they're like, why did you take it off? I think Melissa took it off on her own, being like, when it's announced, if it's announced that I'm not back, it's not going to be like, oh shit, it was there at 9:01 and at 9:02 after they announced it, it was gone. I think she's just easing into like, maybe I won't be back next season. That's what I think. I think it's her own, like, I may not be back. That's what I think. But I'm here, Christian.
She's smart enough to fuck with everyone, because I'm almost like, if I'm her,
yeah,
there's this big, push to have me gone. And, they're not speaking to Teresa and Louis or any of the girls. They've all unfollowed. The family's all unfollowed, right? I mean, do you almost take it down to fuck with people like that? They're talking about you. They're thinking that you're gone. And then